Alleyway. Am I right? Alleyway. Who doesn't love Alleyway? I couldn't believe someone hadn't done a Let's Play of Alleyway, because I mean, Alleyway is great. Really, really great. I mean, some people say, Alleyway. Well, first of all, it's got Mario in it. So, I mean, how can you ignore a game that's got Mario in it? Need I remind you that Mario is probably the greatest video game character in the entire world. And people are ignoring one of his games. One of his games on Game Boy, which, without checking anything, I think is Nintendo's best-selling invention, if you include all the different kinds. I'm talking about Alleyway here, you know? Look, you can see Mario's head right down there in the lower right-hand corner. Can't argue with that, you just can't. Okay, you got probably about 6 colors going on here, or rather 6 shades of green. That's pretty cool, you know. People say, oh, Alleyway, there's no story. I say you make your own story. Why is Mario here? Well, maybe he got fired as a plumber, and he got into construction and then demolition, and he's testing a new kind of demolition equipment, a bit like a wrecking ball, but it's a kind of a cigar-shaped pod with a little marble that comes out of it. Look, the roof makes music. I mean, that's Nintendo right there. You can't beat that kind of whimsy, yeah, and maybe Mario's father has leukemia, and he needs to prove that this new invention, well, let's say he invented it, works, so that he can sell it and make a lot of money for his dad. So that's the story I always had in mind when I was a kid and I was playing Alleyway. You know what I mean? And maybe this is like a demo for the captains of industries. They can see if it works or not. I mean, it could be. Who knows? It's a great game. It's a great game. I mean, people say, oh, Alleyway. I play before I go to bed because it's so boring. And I play before I go to bed too. But not because it's boring, but it's just you have to focus the mind. It's like meditation or something, and you focus your mind and you get rid of all the distractions of the day that you've been having, and that's what Alleyway means to me. It's a great game. It really is. Look at that. You see? Oh, look, they're mixing it up on us. We got a... Oh, there you go. That's a little sweet shot there. Call that the over and under. So, yep. Doesn't it remind you of Close Encounters of the Third Kind? The communicating with the aliens, with music. See, that's the beauty of Alleyway. I mean, an alien could play it, because I mean it's really just based on physics. So it's like it's universal game. I mean you could put it on like SETI and like have the aliens play it like that. So it's really great stuff. I mean the thing about Alleyway is most games, you're fighting aliens or Nazis or zombies or whatever. But Alleyway, you're really fighting yourself. Your own boredom, your own complete loss of the will to live. And yet you have to keep going. You have to keep playing Alleyway. So the real challenge is not the enemies, but Alleyway itself. In that sense, it's the greatest challenge of any game. You know what I mean? So that's why I love Alleyway. So yeah. Oh my god, this game is boring. I'm wasting my life. I don't want to play it anymore. It's horrible. Incessant flipping and blopping. I mean, maybe if this was 1975, I'd be impressed by this, but it's not. It's not 1975. I'm just kidding. It's a great game. I love it. I know what you're thinking. The exact same as the first screen, right? Not so. Not so. They got a little surprise up their sleeve. There's a lot coming. Get ready for a little death from above. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I like to imagine, like, some ancient Aztec tomb, and there's the Aztecs understood physics, so they set a delicate puzzle for you, but there's a time limit, and the ceiling is on a mechanism that could fall down at any time and, destroy you. It's crazy like that, I mean, you really get to feel that, that claustrophobia. I mean, have you ever in life got that feeling that, the walls are closing in? This is what's recreated here in Alleyway. I mean, what Alleyway lacks in, graphics and variety, it makes up for in emotional content. I call this level claustrophobia in major. And really, that's what it is. I mean, every Alleyway level is, in many ways, like a symphony. And see how forgiving it is. Now, this is truly strange. Imagine a man asked to destroy his own image. And in a way, is this not a commentary on how Mario's image had surpassed the man himself? He had become iconic. His mustache, his dungarees, his very wide stance that he adopts, his hat, and so on. And here in Alleyway, you are, oh god, sorry, it's just that music, it really gets the blood pumping as you try to destroy these many blocks, which I might add are worth quite a bit more than the usual blocks. Here, this is another great thing about Alleyway, the way it varies the pace so much. You really don't know what you're gonna get. It could be this sort of race against the clock, this time trial kind of thing, or it could be the more sedate, logical pace of some of the other levels. And this is